Hi Aquarius, welcome to your mid-November 2019 General Tarot Update. It's Raina here. I'm saging up this place and it's like, whoa, I'm starting to get like a contact high. Can you get high from sage? I mean, I know it smells like weed, but this is really something else. And it just seems it's real strong, it's real pungent. So if I'm a little giddy, that's from my sage trip. So we're going to have a, I'm recording this on November 9th, and so it's in the future, a full moon in Taurus, which for you is what? Your 10th house? No, that would be the 4th house, isn't it? 4th house of home and family. So this can also be something coming to light regarding your mother, regarding some real estate issue that may be what you were in the dark about. Or if you're selling a house, maybe this is when it finally sells. Of course, this is during the Mercury retrograde. Oh, by the way, the first card I picked was your card. Is that something or what? And even Swords is your card, so that's pretty cool. Get that Swords. Maybe it's a Gemini person. I've been getting that Hermit card left and right. All right. Okay. So, the heart of the matter is the Star card, and this is a card of feeling a sense of healing taking place, or a sense of renewed faith. Perhaps you've been through a difficult time. I was going to say a dark night of the soul, and then I thought, well, that would be probably the 12th house. Okay, let's see what they... Oh, yeah, right. Okay, Pluto's in the 12th house for Aquarius, and Saturn in the South Node. Oh, probably not, right? Yeah, I think that you guys, and this is all depending on your individual charts. You would have to really see how you're being triggered in that way. But if you have like Pluto in the 12th house and Saturn there, you may have really found yourself challenged by things that are almost hard to pin down. They could be repressed memories, even past life, yeah, which can be repressed memories. And things that, are influences not necessarily from this incarnation that are affecting you, your karmic past, I guess you'd call it. And maybe there is also some kind of situation you've been going through in your career or your love life that has become healed, even if it was like a challenging situation, and now you're a lot better. And in the past position is the Queen of Swords, so this would have been that you made a decision to not allow your emotions to get the best of you, that you really wanted to feel better. And so you have been able to, it's like you intended for it to happen. You were intentional about it, and that made it happen. You made the choice, you made the decision. The higher message is the Lover's card, which again is a card of choice, but also a card of intimacy. So as a spiritual message, it's saying that for some of you, you have learned how to open up more with a person. maybe trust more, especially if you have like the moon in Scorpio or Pisces, and or Venus in Pisces, and you've been hurt, and it just feels like if you did that, it's so risky. What if somebody stomps on your heart? Especially if that's happened before. You may feel like that you can't tolerate any more of that. And what I would say is that I agree with that. I think that sometimes there is that sense of, protecting yourself that makes total logical sense. And yet, like anything else, it can be taken too far. And I also think that this can be like going for it in terms of your dream in life, where you are hitching your star to this dream of yours. And maybe like realizing that you only have so much time in this life just all together, and it's like, what are you waiting for? So you're going after something. The star card, by the way, could indicate that you are being guided by unseen forces, perhaps some kind of like loved ones who have crossed over, who you may sense that they are helping you, or they're just doing it, and you're like a naturally intuitive sign, so you may just like intuitively agree to do certain things that you're being kind of nudged to do without fully knowing exactly what's going on, that in fact this is happening because it's meant to happen, because your spirit guides, that's what I was thinking of, or your deceased loved one is kind of like trying to arrange, they're trying to help you from the other side. And yeah, I mean, the Lover's card can be saying that you have a choice to make about something. And I don't know quite what that might be. Maybe you know better than I. Whether it's to choose to like interact with somebody. The Lover's card is connected to Gemini, so perhaps a Gemini person is stepping in and being a friend, or they're expressing love for you, romantic love even, and you have to decide whether or not you want to go there. You may be recovering from something, but you're not perhaps ready to start dating, or whatever this is, whatever this choice that you have to make. What crosses you is the Strength card. And so it's kind of what I'm saying. It's like you may be healing, but you're still kind of like at a point where you're not quite there yet. And perhaps this is even for some of you related to travel. If there's a place that you have wanted to go, and long distance specifically, but perhaps you're kind of recovering even physically, some of you, because the Strength card, it can be physically your physical health, but particularly like your immune system. So perhaps there's a place far away that you want to go, but you're waiting for your immune system to pick up, because you don't want to catch anything in a foreign country where you need your, just like when we travel and we're not usually exposed to certain pathogens that other people are, and that we could get sick when we travel, if we're not like, if our immune system isn't like top notch. And yeah, something along those lines. And there could be a Leo person who is really not for you. Maybe this is an ex who is trying to worm their way back into your life during the Mercury retrograde. I don't know. It's coming in as the Ace of Swords. This is the ability to start something new based upon seeing things very clearly at this point. And that goes along with that Queen of Swords, I feel. I feel like you've woken up to a situation and you're a lot more, in touch with what exactly is going on, and you're not like, I don't know, engaging in wishful thinking. You're very just like determined to view your situation in a realistic way. And that could be like something related to, and maybe this is what you're recovering from. If you had a relationship where there was an affair and you maybe were in denial over it, and now you're willing to accept it because you just want to feel better. And so you made the decision that you were going to not pretend that it wasn't the way it was, that you weren't going to change the narrative. Mercury in Pisces, if you have Mercury in Pisces, the Ace of Swords to me is really moving forward because you're out of denial and you're seeking the truth, and you won't accept more lies. Perhaps you were dealing with somebody who tended to lie, and that, I'll tell you, that's one of the worst situations to be in, because it makes you doubt yourself. It's very crazy making. People think that, anybody who thinks it's not that big of a deal, it is a big deal. It's a total big deal. So if you had been dealing with somebody who was less than honest with you, be glad that you are seeing things truthfully, and that you can move on and do something that really speaks to you. For some of you, the Lover's card is somebody who is interested in you romantically. And maybe it's a fellow air sign like a Gemini. But again, you may not be quite ready for that. You may be kind of admitting certain things that happen to you, but you are not ready for that type of relationship. And if you're going after your dream, I feel like you have a very clear path, but the outcome card is a very interior card. So this may indicate the type of business that you're starting, which has something to do with metaphysics or meditation or something along those lines. The other thing too is that you may decide that you're just going to keep yourself off the market for now. Even if somebody's interested in you, you just want to heal further, and you want to spend time alone to kind of get to know yourself better, and to kind of become as healed and centered as possible. Okay, Aquarius, that's what I have for you. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you'd like a personal reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.